everyone, and welcome to Ask Jawson. I am your host, Joshua Jerzak. I am joined with my co-host, Dawson March.
What's up? What's up? I am Dawson March.
I hate you.
How you doing,
I didn't
Josh?
mean to pause. I didn't forget your name. I didn't forget who you are.
That happens.
I did.
How are you, Josh?
I'm doing good. I am excited for the podcast today. I say it all the time. I say it every podcast.
I'm waiting for the day where you're just like, I'm really not excited for this podcast.
The one day where I'm like, this podcast is gonna suck. I'm giving you all a heads up now.
Honestly, if somebody said that.
Garbage.
If somebody said that before a podcast, I'm like, thank you for. I'll skip this episode. Thank you. Or I would be even more interested to listen to that episode.
Yeah, I would probably watch it or like listen to it, just to see like why is it garbage.
Yeah. But
be like, no, I'll be the judge of that.
But then at the end of the episode, you're like, well, that sucked.
He was right. I wasted like an hour and a half of my life.
Oh, man.
So, starting off, housekeeping.
Oh, yes.
I don't think there's any.
I don't think so either.
To address it.
Except
so then
I hope
moving
the Gorbits are doing well.
Yeah, long live the Gorbits.
Preach it.
I'm totally down to do another one of those, like another podcast of just like writing prompts, like later in the future. Like that'd be super, super fun.
Dude, for sure.
Yeah.
I do have a little bit of housekeeping.
Okay.
I want listeners to know something about my personal life. I recently cut my finger, and today is.
How is that?
Today is Wednesday, right? And it was Friday night when I cut it, I believe.
Yes.
And it's just started. It just stopped bleeding this morning.
You're joking. It
finally stopped. Yeah.
That's not healthy.
I mean, it was a decent chunk of skin that came off my finger. It's like a dent in my finger now.
Oh my god. That's 100% not gonna heal right.
I know, it's gonna be a weird looking dented scar thing. It's gonna suck.
You're not gonna get a girlfriend.
I'm just gonna wear this to my finger for the rest of my life. Like, I just cut it the other day.
Yeah, just perpetually. Yeah.
I just cut
You're gonna finally like get a wife and be married, and she's gonna be like, "Are you gonna like take your bandage off? Like you said you cut it yesterday. Like, but that was 3 years ago. Every single day."
And I'll be like, no, I was cooking pancakes, and she's like, you don't need a knife for pancakes. I'm like, well,
not the way I make them.
Yeah.
The way I make them, you do.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Sally.
Yeah, I saw Dawson. We literally like FaceTimed you, or did you FaceTime us?
It was either way.
Yeah, regardless, minutes. Like you had just sliced your finger.
Yeah.
And I was like hanging out with a bunch of our friends, and we had seen your finger, and it looked disgusting.
Yeah, it was gross. It's still kind of gross.
It to the viewers at home and the listeners, it looked like, if you looked at it straight on, it looked like a salami. Like it had like white pieces and like red.
It actually it looks a lot better right now.
Are you touching it? Yeah. Why are you doing that? It's gonna get infected, dunce.
Putting the bandage back on so I don't touch it. That's why. That's the main reason I have a bandage on.
Yeah, that's so it heals properly, so you don't touch it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm distracting from the.
No, that's fine. I completely forgot about it, honestly. Wow. So today's episode, I found this app, and I had like seen other people not use this specific app, but use different AI technology to. This is like a adventure story that is generated. That's what I'm looking for. It's generated by an AI. So you like, I go and do this, and then it'll create the rest of the story. Or you say something and it'll generate the rest of the story. So I have created a story and I'm going to read it out, and Dawson is going to be the main character. So the characters have a class and a place they're from, a little description, yada yada. So Dawson's class is a DJ. His character is a DJ. He is from Coachella. The description, short little description of the class, only the fattest beats.
Yes.
Background for the DJ. You are blank, whoever Dawson chooses to name the character. You have a name?
Yeah.
What's the name?
DJ Meat Kleaver. DJ Meat Kleaver.
All right, I'll put that in once I click play.
Yeah, okay.
You are DJ Meat Kleaver, a DJ traveling the world to share your sick beats. Actually, I have to edit that. Share it there. I did not make it grammatically correct. So the prompt that we're starting with is: you wake up after a long night of partying in a hotel. You hear a knock on the door. And then the AI would generate the rest, and then Dawson does the prompts. So are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I'm like, I was born ready.
All right.
Yeah.
You're click and play. All right. Your name, DJ
Meat
Meat.
Kleaver.
Is Meat Kleaver one word?
I don't know. No.
Making it no?
Make it one. Make it one word. With a K.
Making it one word.
Meat Kleaver with a K instead of a C.
Okay. Meat Kleaver with a K.
Yeah.
All right. Start. It's creating the adventure. It says, we are creating the adventure. Meanwhile, rest next to the campfire.
Well, do they expect me to make a campfire in my room? It's very dangerous.
Yes.
But I'm down.
Start rubbing sticks.
Yeah.
All right. I have the prompt.
All right.
You are DJ Meat Kleaver, a DJ traveling the world to share your sick beats. You wake up after a long night of partying in a hotel. You hear a knock on the door, and you open it. It is your friend, Mr. Big.
Mr. Big? Okay.
Mr. Big! I love it!
Yeah, okay, we're ready. I'm rolling. This is perfect. Let's roll with it.
Yes! What a start! Open it right out of the gate. Wow.
You know why
Mr.
they
Big,
call him Mr. Big, right?
he has big hands,
You know what that means, right?
a big heart,
You know what that means, right?
big ears.
Massive schlong.
Trying to skirt around it.
Big ears.
Yeah. You have to have big hands to cover your big ears.
Fair enough.
All right. It's your friend, Mr. Big, who has been looking for you all night. He looks like he's about to pass out from alcohol,
Oh,
but he
God.
still manages to look tough.
Mr. Big is my best friend in the whole world now. He's about to pass out
This
from
is
alcohol.
so brilliant. That means you woke up. It's morning time, right? I assume.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
he has been just rallying the whole night through.
His party never stopped.
Non-stop. Yeah, his
Yeah.
party never stopped. You're the DJ. And the DJs usually stop the party, like...
I'm a very responsible DJ.
Yeah, he just kept going.
The DJ Meat Kleaver goes to bed at like 9 p.m.
He goes to bed at a respectable time.
Yeah.
All right. So, good God. So what do you want to say or do? Literally anything.
I can say anything.
Yes.
Like, you type out what I say here.
I type out what you say, or if I click do, like what action, I would be like, you go up to Mr. Big and do an action.
Okay.
Or I just type when it says say, I just type out literally word for word your
Okay, let's do an action.
sentence. Okay, what do you want to do?
I give him a big old kiss.
You give Mr. Hold on.
On the forehead. Big old kiss on the forehead.
Big a kiss on the forehead. Okay. Thank God autocorrect still works with this. All right. You give Mr. Big a kiss on the forehead. Hold on, crap. Let me add a period to that. And good. All right. Here we go. You give Mr. Big a kiss on the forehead. Hello, Mr. Big. Mr. Big gives you a big smile and kisses you on the cheek. I missed you, man. You both leave the room and head back to the party.
At 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Party's still going.
All right. What do you want to do or say?
Okay.
You guys are super close. He's just like...
Yeah.
Kisses you right back. He's not like phased at all. Like this is a normal thing for you and Mr. Big.
Okay, so I'm currently wearing pajamas, right? I have my pajama pants on and my pajama shirt. But
I think we're giving the AI too much credit. I don't think it's assuming you're wearing pajamas. I think the AI
in my brain, I'm assuming.
Right, but the AI, if you include anything with pajamas, the AI is going to be so...
Oh, no. I'm saying I'm just going to take my pants off.
Okay.
I take my pants off, and I'm wearing... I don't know. We'll see what I'm wearing, but...
Take your...
I take all my clothes off.
You take all your clothes off.
I hope it doesn't go... just instantly sexual here.
I don't think I said it to do not safe for work.
Oh, okay, good.
I think. We'll find out. We're gonna find out right now.
Let's see where this goes. Mr. Big, you better hold it. Mr. Big, you better be relaxed here. Chill out here a little bit, okay?
All right, you take all your clothes off. You take all your clothes off and start dancing naked on the floor. Your friends come over and watch while you dance. They are impressed by how much fun you're having. After a few hours, you and your friends go home.
We go home. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going home to my house, okay? From the hotel.
Yes.
Okay.
They were like, wow. They're schlong on that man.
Yeah.
Mr. Big, are you seeing this man?
Mr. Big's like, man, I wish my schlong was that big.
I got these big hands. I don't know what happened.
I got nothing to do with them. I can't even cover my big ears. Okay, so we're heading home. We order Taco Bell.
You order Taco Bell. All right. It's generating. Boop-a-doop-boop-a-doop-boop. You order a large taco bowl with chicken nachos for $10. That tracks.
Yeah, okay.
It is not as good as you thought it would be, but it's still better than what you had last night at the club. Later that night, you get a knock on the door.
At my house? Okay.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
You're at your house.
Yeah.
You ate a mediocre taco bowl with chicken nachos. I mean, for $10. I mean, that's a steal.
$10 for a mediocre nacho? I would be pissed.
You get a taco bowl and nachos.
Oh, I thought there was like nachos inside the taco bowl.
No, I assume the chicken nachos are on the side.
That's a good point. Okay, so let's open the door.
You open the door. And it's probably going to be Mr. Big again.
I hope it's Mr. Big.
I pray to God it's Mr. Big. You open the door and there stands Mr. Big.
Mr. Big! Mr.
He
Big!
looks
Oh, wait, what is it?
he looks like he just won the lottery. He is wearing a suit and tie and a big grin on his face. Wow, that is so great. I really enjoyed myself.
Okay, so obviously the story wants me to ask, did you just win the lottery or something? But no.
We're not going to.
I say,
Okay.
I say to Mr. Big, hey, dude. Okay, let me think for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, dude, we're just about to go sacrifice my dog. You want to come in? I think Mr. Big would be down. I love how this story just made Mr. Big. Like that's his name. That's what we call him.
Yeah. Hey, dude, we're just about to sacrifice. Did I say just? Yeah. We're just about to sacrifice my dog. Do you want to join?
Yes. Perfect.
All right. He goes, what? No, I can't do that. My wife wouldn't let me do that. She said she didn't want me going out in public looking like that. So it's not Mr. Big that's like, no, that's weird. It's because of his wife. Like, if his wife is okay with it, you'd be like, yeah, dude, let's totally sacrifice
I
your dog.
I can get Mr. Big to do this. I can get him into this. I
Okay.
say, she's not here, is she? Let's go sacrifice my dog. I'm gonna get this guy in to sacrifice my dog with me, whether he likes it or not. I cannot wait for his wife to show up and like, Mr. Big! What in the world?
What if she calls him by his full name? Like, Mr. Charles Big!
Mr. Biggless the Third, what are you doing?
Mr. Biggless!
Ooh, she used his full name.
Alright, hold on, let me go over what you said. She's not here, is she? Let's go sacrifice my dog.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect?
Perfect.
That's it?
Perfect.
Okay. Let's send that. Let me remind you, Dawson, you're a DJ. You're supposed to be like sharing your sick beats across the
right.
world.
That's my goal. I completely forgot my goal. I forgot that. Okay,
oh, no.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
Mr. Big nods and walks away. You close the door and turn around to look at your dog. You slowly walk up behind him and put your hands on his shoulder. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
What have we done?
Okay.
Hold on. He doesn't react. He just continues to stare ahead. You whisper into his ear. That's it.
Oh my god! And here's what I whisper into its ear. Here's what I say.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you whisper?
Any last words? Question mark. I can't believe this.
You're a DJ.
Let's go. Oh.
You're supposed to be a DJ.
I know.
Making music
I gotta
with Mr. Big.
I gotta take care of some business first, okay?
Mr. Big comes to your house in his suit and tie, looking all dressed up, and you go kill your dog.
He was ready for me
You're
to
a monster.
He's ready for me to oh, we're headed to Ibiza. I'm about to DJ for the biggest crowd. No, I gotta take care of some business first.
Listen, Ask Jawson does not condone animal sacrifices.
I do. Dawson does, but the podcast is.
I am dissociating myself from any animal sacrifices at all whatsoever for any reason.
I think it's totally fine.
You're insane.
But my opinions do not reflect the opinions of this podcast.
Yes. All right. Any last words?
Yep, that's perfect.
What are you expecting your dog to say back? Just, you're...
What if he pulls out a knife and it's like, I've been Mr. Big all along? It pulls out his mask or something. I don't know.
I think,
What
you
happened?
say, any last words? I am kind of, uncomfortable with the story. He turns his head slightly and looks at you. His eyes are bloodshot, and his mouth is open wide.
That's where it ends?
That's where it ends. Can you just walk away from the dog? I would, if my dog turned its head slightly and looked at me with bloodshot eyes and his mouth wide open.
Okay.
I would be crapping myself.
You're right.
I'd be like, you know what? Sacrifice over.
Okay.
Done.
Okay, here's what I say then. Here's what I do.
You're doing an action.
Yep. I pet the dog and walk away. I pet the dog and walk to Mr. Big's house.
Okay, Britt, circle Mr. Big back in.
Circle it back.
Oh, God. You pet the dog and walk to Mr. Big's. I should put an apostrophe there. I think you have to be like as grammatically correct as possible with the AI.
Yeah,
because I think that also like messes with how it works. Mr. Biggs's.
Man, my dog is possessed by a demon. I should have sacrificed it, but I won't for this episode.
Alright. Generating that. God, my eyes.
Good girl. Good girl.
God. Alright. You pet the dog and walk to Mr. Biggs' house. You walk towards Mr. Biggs' house and stop right before the front door. You wait patiently until Mr. Big opens the door. You run inside and close the door behind you.
Okay. So my goal is to show my fat beats to the world, right?
Yes,
Okay.
if that's what you want to do, I mean...
No, that's what my goal is in the story. That's how the story should go.
It doesn't have... Yeah.
So I say to Mr. Big, I say, dude, can we sacrifice your dog?
I can't!
Let's see what he says. Let's see what he says.
Dude.
Don't worry, I'll get there eventually. The world will know.
Oh, my eye is, like, messed up now.
Do to your eye, buddy.
Because I'm laughing and crying, and, like, my room is hot, so, like, it's also producing sweat.
Oh, yeah.
Now my eye is, like, burning. God. Can we sacrifice your dog?
Mr. Big's a champ for sticking with me, man.
Yeah, for real.
I started the story off kissing him on the forehead.
Mr. Big looks at you and shakes his head. He says nothing. You continue to hold his shoulders and walk towards Mr. Biggs' house. I thought you went into his house. I don't know. When you reach the door, you pull it open and throw your body against the door. You push yourself against the door and scream.
Well, now it's time. I say to Mr. Big, I've got... Okay. Are you coming to my show in Vegas tonight?
Mr. Big, are you coming to my show in Vegas. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. I love how it's like you push yourself against the door and scream.
That part just.
I don't know.
I'm excited for my show in Vegas tonight.
Okay. Mr. Big looks at you and then turns his head to the side. He stares at you for a moment and then slowly nods. He gets up from the couch and goes to the kitchen. He opens the refrigerator and takes out a bottle of wine.
Oh, he's ready for my show in Vegas tonight.
He's ready.
He's ready.
Wow.
I say. Okay, so now I'm gonna start telling where I want the story to go, like what I'm thinking as my head canon for the story right now.
We'll see if the
AI catches on.
If the AI goes along with it.
Yeah. So I have this ex-girlfriend. Her name is Sheila, right? And Sheila's gonna be there at the show tonight, and so I want to do something to impress Sheila, kind of. So I say, dude, I think Sheila's gonna be there tonight. Let's see who Mr. Big thinks Sheila is. Because he might change this completely with one. Like,
yeah, the AI could just like nope and throw a wrench in there.
He could be like, dude, I don't know, she's your sister, dude. I'm like, no.
How do you spell Sheila?
Oh, I don't know. I'll choose an easier name, Shelby.
Okay. Okay. So it's, dude, I think Shelby is going to be there tonight. Good.
Perfect.
Okay.
Dude,
sending that.
I'm gonna start saying my lines out loud. Dude, I think Shelby's gonna be there tonight. And can you do Mr. Big's lines for me? When there are lines.
If there are any lines, Mr. Big has not said a single word, and it doesn't look like he.
That's true. That's true.
He's not saying anything this time.
Okay.
Mr. Big nods again and walks back to the living room. He sits down on the sofa and begins pouring himself a glass of wine. He is really freaked out since you tried sacrificing your dog.
I mean, rightfully so. I don't mind.
And then asked him if you could sacrifice his dog.
And he still did not kick me out of his house yet. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Big really likes you.
So, I ask. Here's how I'm gonna get Mr. Big to talk. I ask, what should I do to impress Shelby tonight? Okay. I'm gonna do that in my voice now. Dude, what should I do to impress Shelby tonight? You know? That's what I said. That's what I said to Mr. Big.
Mr. Big nods. Can you imagine? He's just like nodding the whole time.
I'm like, dude, what did I do to piss you off so much?
Why don't you love me anymore?
Yeah, just come on, dude. Cool. He's like, dude, you asked me to sacrifice your dog, and then came to my house and asked me to sacrifice my dog.
I don't even have a dog. And the story started off so...
Like, Mr. Big was so happy at the beginning of the story.
Okay. Mr. Big looks at you and smiles. He leans forward and puts his arm around you. He whispers in your ear.
I have to tell you...
That's it! Now you have to respond to him whispering in your ear.
But what did I get? So do I have to...
I guess it's like you know how in TV shows the character like inaudibly whispers, and then like in a flashback you recall what Mr. Big whispers to you.
Okay.
He's like, make sure you jingle her jammies. And
okay.
Mr. Big, I will for you for friendship, and then like you like.
So how do we
drop like a fat beat?
How do we handle this one? Should we do a? How do we handle this? So maybe I'll just like skip ahead then, right? Like I don't know. Like, how do we handle what he?
I can do an option. It says or use tell me more to continue the story without action. Oh. So if you don't want to actually like say something or do something, you could have the AI generate a bit more.
Let's try that. Let's try that for the scene.
Okay.
Let's try that.
So let's see what it comes up with if he says anything in your ear. Because I tried that. I did try it in like the last one, and then it just like skipped to the next day.
Okay, which would be
is weird. The AI is confused by your input. Try something else. What do you mean? The AI is confused by our input. What the hell are you saying?
Okay. So he's whispering in my ear. I say, okay, we'll pull up Mr. Big. I nod my head and pour myself a glass of wine. Jingle your jammies. Make sure you jingle her jammies. I love how you did this. Make sure you jingle her jammies. Like, okay, so I know a lot about female anatomy, and I don't know how to jingle a jammy.
If I can do that.
How can I jingle a jammy? Mr. Big's like, trust me, you gotta jingle a jammy. I say, all right, Mr. Wait, what's my voice again? Okay, all right, Mr. Big, I got you. I'll jingle her jammies.
Okay. You nod. Hold on. You nod your head. Because I don't want to just leave it at you nod. You nod your head and then pour yourself a glass of wine.
Yes.
Good?
Yes,
all right.
Perfect.
Let's see. The AI has been giving like shorter and shorter like prompts. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, whoa. All right. Sorry.
No, I'm ready for this.
All right. You nod your head and then pour yourself a glass of wine and sit next to Mr. Big. He starts talking to you and making sexual innuendos. You begin to feel uncomfortable. You quickly get up and go to the bathroom. You drink some water, and then you return to the living room. I wonder what Mr. Big said that made you so uncomfortable, because you literally tried sacrificing your dog.
And I
what could have
in front of
possibly made you go like, yee. Like, what?
Okay, if Mr. Big is gonna make me feel uncomfortable, I'm gonna make him feel uncomfortable. Okay?
Remember, you have a show in Vegas tonight.
Yeah. I walk into the kitchen and poop on the floor. That's right, Mr. I pooped in your kitchen. If he's gonna try to make me uncomfortable, then it's gonna be right back at him. Because that's not right. That's not cool. You know?
The floor.
That's not cool.
Nobody makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. Make him more uncomfortable back.
You walk into the kitchen and poop on the floor.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Big. I'm pooping on your floor.
Oh. Well, the AI just changed it. You walk into the kitchen and start peeing on the floor. Mr. Big laughs and asks you if you were serious. You tell him that you were. He tells you to keep talking or else he will call security.
Okay.
What is happening?
I'm pissed right now. I walk up to Mr. Big and I punch him square in the nose. I punch him in the face.
Mr. Big does not deserve this. He was such a nice guy at the beginning of the story.
No, I walk up to him and I punch him in the face. Mr. Big, I'm mad. I'm mad at Mr. Big right now.
He's going to have you arrested, and that's going to be the end of the story.
No, don't worry. I have my ways.
You walk up to Mr. Big and punch him in the face. All right. Let's see what Mr. Big does. I think it's going to be a terrible reaction.
If I go to jail, I know exactly what I'm doing.
You walk up to Mr. Big, and why does the AI do this?
What did it say?
You walk up to Mr. Big and grab his crotch. He lets out a yell and punches you in the face. What? There's more. This is so good.
That's not what I wanted.
You grab his crotch and then he punches you in the face. Oh, God.
Mr. Big.
You fall backwards onto the floor, probably into your own piss. You gasp for air and attempt to stand up. Mr. Big grabs your hair and lifts you up. You struggle and fight back. You're in a full-on brawl with Mr. Big.
Oh, he wants to play this game, huh? He wants to play this game?
Story! You literally started off kissing him on the cheek, or kissing him on the forehead, and then he kisses you on the cheek, and now you're beating the crap out of each other.
Okay.
What went wrong?
I kick him in the nuts.
But you already grabbed his crotch.
Yeah. And then he punched me in the face. That's why now I know that's his weak spot.
You kick him in the
I think I know.
nuts.
Maybe you should start saying characters like DJ Meat Kleaver kicks.
No, you have to start the prompt with you. You kick him in the nuts. You have to do it that way. That's the way it's structured. You kick Mr. Come on. Big in the nuts. You know where the story went wrong?
When I asked him to sacrifice my dog?
Yes, exactly. When you asked him to sacrifice your dog. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's where it all went wrong.
I'll bring her back to reality after this fight. After me and Mr. Big are done.
Okay, hopefully. I don't know. Mr. Big may hold a grudge.
I think so. Rightfully so.
Okay. You kick Mr. Big in the nuts. He screams out in pain and falls backward onto the floor. He attempts to crawl away, but you manage to push him back onto the couch where you slam him into the wall.
I could go I just start kissing him on the lips here, but no, but I leave and get a taxi to Vegas. Oh, did you hear that fart?
No, you could have just let it.
No, I was trying to get that good one.
Okay.
Darn it. Yeah, I leave and I get a taxi cab to Vegas.
Taxi cab to...
Can you add dialogue to this, or is it just the action and then that's
it? It's one or the other. You can't do both.
Okay.
You have to either do an action. You have to either do an action or say a sentence.
Okay.
I hope this all turns around and as you're DJing and it's the worst set you've ever done, Mr. Big shows up into the crowd and gives you that look and points to you and then you're yeah, I got this, Mr. Big.
This says play this on it.
Yeah. It's walk 1,000 miles. It turns into the best set you've ever done.
The party goes crazy. Yeah! I just look at Mr. Big and I'm yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. That's my dude right there.
Alright. You get a taxi cab and drive to Las Vegas. You arrive at the hotel and find a limo waiting for you. The driver drives you to the MGM Grand Hotel and drops you off outside. You enter the elevator and press the button for level 2.
And level 2 is, of course, where the big concert hall is. So,
of course.
Yeah. So, I call Mr. Big.
Okay.
Should I just leave it there, or should I say what I say?
Let's see, because sometimes if a sentence is too short, like an action or a sentence is too short, the AI won't let you
Okay.
do it. So let's see if it's long enough. Yep, it's long enough.
Okay.
So we'll just do that because you can't, like I said, you can't do something and
And
then
then say something. Yeah.
yeah. So let's see. Ah, you dial Mr. Big's phone number and hear a loud ringtone followed by a male voice. I assume that's Mr. Big. What
Yeah.
would you
Yeah.
like to say to him?
I say, hey, dude. Sorry about what happened. My show starts in 30 minutes.
Hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
About what happened, period. My show starts in 30 minutes.
Yep. I would love to see you there.
I would love to see you there.
Hey, dude. Sorry about what happened. My show starts in 30 minutes. Would love to see you there, dude. So I say.
What if it turns out like it's not Mr. Big?
Say, this is his security guard. This is his lawyer.
Okay. The elevator doors open and you step through and you enter. That's exactly what it says. It's spelled. It goes N-U-E-N-T-E.
Okay.
Period.
Something got messed up there, of course, I see.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. I get on stage.
Get on stage. I'll put you get on stage to DJ.
To DJ, yes, that's good. That's good. I have to start being more specific. I feel like.
Yeah, a little bit more specific in some places. You get on stage to DJ. I think the AI is absolutely done with this story.
Did it check out? It's checked out.
In the elevator, period. You exit the elevator and period. That's it. The AI has checked out of the story. It is done with you. It's done with this prompt. It wants nothing to do with this anymore.
I can't even show my sick beats anymore. I was gonna do it.
We finally got to the point where we were going to DJ.
You know what I think? I think the AI enjoyed my side stories a little bit better. The DJ enjoyed me beating up Mr. Big.
The AI enjoyed you beating up Mr. Big.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The AI was feeling it.
Okay. Well, in the elevator, you exit the elevator and let's try tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more, AI. And what?
That's a good idea.
Okay. And the elevator, you exit the elevator and you enter the VIP area. You enter the VIP area. You enter. I am reading it word for word.
Okay.
You enter the VIP area. Next line. You enter the VIP area. Next line. You enter.
Okay. Now here's where we get real. Here's where stuff goes down. Skrillex walks in.
I cannot put that in the AI.
Why?
I don't know. Because that's not your action.
Oh.
It's not your action or something you say.
Then I see Skrillex walk in.
Why don't we make you exclaim, hey, that's Skrillex?
Okay, perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Hey.
Because it's my lifelong goal in the story to show Skrillex my sick beats, my fat beats, you know.
Isn't that Skrill? How do you spell Skrillex?
Skrilllex, I think.
EX. Okay. Yeah, that looks right. Isn't that Skrillex? Question mark. Let's see.
You enter. You enter. You enter.
You enter. Okay. You say. Would you like to say your line?
Dude, isn't that Skrillex?
You ask him how he got the name of the band. He says he found it on the internet. A few, the man says him.
I hand him a USB stick filled. So I have here's ready my head cannon. Here's my head cannon.
I have no idea how you're making headcanon with just some utter goddamn nonsense.
That was perfect. No, what the
it's literally a few colon. It's the 2 dots.
Yeah, it's a colon.
So a few colon. The man says him, which I'm reading it as 2 words. The AI says him as 1 word.
Oh, says him.
It's SAYS capital H IM.
Yeah, Sashim. It's a word.
The man Sashim?
Sashim. The man Sashim. It's a biblical name. You wouldn't get it. The man Sashim.
The man Sashim.
Okay, alright, well then so I'm imagining this in real life as in like Skrillex says something like that and I was like, wait, what? So in my head I have 2 USB sticks. One filled with all of my music and one filled with a bunch of pictures of cats, right? And so they're not labeled. So I pull them both out and I have to like look at them to get, I don't know how you're going to explain this, but I got to figure out a way. I have to look at them to choose which one to give to Skrillex. So say I hand Skrillex a USB stick.
And that's it.
Hoping it's the right one. I don't know. No, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
You hand... Well, I'll say Skrillex rather than just him. Yeah. Says him. Say shim.
I hand Sashim the USB stick.
The holy USB.
He exclaims, but the Sabbath is not yet.
I don't think the AI understands what a Skrillex is.
But no, it understood the name of the band. It's like, I
am spelling Skrillex correct. It's Skrilllex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would it say?
No, well, I haven't put in the USB. You handed him the USB yet. I'm just making sure that I'm not making any mistakes and the AI is being messed up because of me.
No, that's right. You're right. I mean, it should just be like a regular name. But it knew Skrillex. It said like it assumed it was a band.
Right. Okay. So you hand him the USB stick. Let's see. Good God. Okay. You hand Skrillex a USB stick. You plug it into the computer. It boots up. You press play. The game loads. This is a good. It's crap.p.s.o.l.a. greater than sign M.E.T.
We broke it. We broke it. It's broken. It's freaking out right now.
It doesn't. Those letters don't spell out a word. I can't even like make it into something. It's just crap. Dot. Like crap is part of the data that loads, I guess. I think that's what it's trying to do, is like saying like what the data loading on the screen is. The game loads. This is a good.
Okay. So I handed him the wrong USB stick, of course.
Obviously.
Yeah. And all I wanted to do is show the world my music.
Yeah, and you're doing a really crappy job. You tried sacrificing your dog. You peed on your best friend's kitchen floor. You beat the crap out of each other. And then you gave Skrillex the wrong USB stick.
I'd run away back to Mr. Big's house.
Okay. You run away back to Mr. Crap.
Mr.
Big's
Yo, what's up? It's Mr. Big.
house. Alright. Let's see if Mr. Big takes you in with open arms.
Or if he just kicks me in the nuts.
You run away back to Mr. Big's house. You enter the basement. You walk upstairs. What?
I guess I entered through the basement.
You enter through the basement. Okay.
He has a door in the basement that I enter. That's how I get into his house when he's not home.
Okay.
Yeah. We're close.
How
bad does it get? Like,
I think, you and Mr. Big have made amends.
oh no.
You enter the basement, you walk upstairs, you enter the bedroom. You see Mr. Big sitting in bed with his legs spread apart. The following. So... You and Mr. Big are, it's safe to say, on speaking terms.
Wrong. Wrong. Here's why his legs are spread. He's actually handcuffed to the bed. Somebody handcuffed him to the bed. So his legs are spread, his arms are spread, everything's spread. So I need to save him.
Okay.
So here's what you say.
Yeah.
Here's what my action is. I approach Mr. Big and free him from the chains that shackle him to his bed.
You approach Christ. You approach Mr. Big and unchain the shackles. That what?
That. Just unchain the shackles. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unchain the shackles. Oh, that tie him to the bed.
Yeah, I guess
That's
yeah,
what
yeah, we'll say that.
That tie him to the bed. Okay. Because it's not going to understand what the shackles are chaining him to.
I feel like the AI is really going to freak out at this one.
It's pretty simple. You pull the chains off. You release Mr. Big. Stands up and sees you. Let me read that again. You release Mr. Big, stands up and sees you.
Perfect. He stands up and sees me. Perfect.
Yes, I mean, it's not grammatically correct, but yes.
That's fine.
Mr. Big. Yep.
I say, dude, my show is in 10 minutes. We need to get there as fast as we can.
Show is in 10 minutes. Hold on. My show is in 10 minutes. We need to get there.
Dude, my show's in like 10 minutes. We need to get there as fast as we can.
As we can. Exclamation point.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Your eye is still bothering you?
A little. All right. You say, dude, my show is in 10 minutes. We need to get there as fast as we can.
Yeah, dude.
You run back to the elevator. You enter the second floor. You enter the bar. You order a beer. You order another one. You order a third. You order a fourth. You order a fifth. You get trashed before your set.
Oh, this is so perfect. So, how many beers did I order?
5.
5? That's enough to make me trashed. That's far too many beers for me.
Okay.
I pass out.
You pass out 10 minutes before your set.
Yeah. Or let's do it. I either pass out in my set, which I think would make it much easier for the AI, or I get up on stage and start screaming into the microphone. You know what I mean?
Up.
I'm trying to think. What do you think would be easier for the?
And I don't care what's easier.
Okay, I get up on stage and start screaming into the microphone.
And start screaming into the microphone. All right, so you get up on stage and start screaming into the microphone. You sing along with the crowd. You dance and laugh along with the crowd. You get on the stage and kiss each other. Yes, this is perfect like climax of the movie.
You think me and Mr. Big are the people kissing on stage?
I assume it's just you get on stage and kiss each other.
Yeah.
You kiss
so the
Mr.
crowd
Big.
loves it. I'm trashed on stage. The crowd loves it. Okay.
Yeah, I think like I said before, this is your best set ever.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't going well, and then you went back to Mr. Big, you saved him, you reconciled, and then you go and I think the headcanon should be Skrillex was the one that trapped Mr. Big, and you gave him the USB to sabotage his set.
And it gave him like a virus.
Yeah, you gave his set a virus.
And that's what that virus was?
That held him off. Yeah.
So
then you go back and save Mr. Big. You come back, pound 5 drinks. In 10 minutes, by the way.
Yeah.
You had 10 minutes before your set begins. Pound 5 drinks in 10 minutes. Get on stage, sloshed.
I crush those things.
Best set ever. You make out with Mr. Big on stage. What's your next move? What do you say? You either say something or do something. I think saying something now would be pretty pivotal. Saying something important to the crowd or to Mr. Big. What are you going to say? I think is your story.
My name is DJ Meat Kleaver, and these are my fat beats.
These are my sick beats. Okay, let me just go over it again. My name is DJ Meat Kleaver, and these are my sick beats.
My name is DJ Meat Kleaver, and these are my sick beats.
Got it.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, what?
Well, it is your name,
Yeah.
so I think the AI should recognize DJ Mr. Meat Kleaver. And I spelt it correctly. AI is confused by your input. Try something else.
Oh, of course it is.
Um,
I say thank you, Las Vegas, and jump into the. Oh well, I can't do an action and words. Oh, what do I do? What do I say? Help me with this one.
um, I think you should probably tell Mr. Big how you feel.
I say to Mr. Big, hey dude, I think we're better off as friends.
In front of this whole
Yeah.
huge crowded Las Vegas.
After we just kissed.
You literally just made out on stage.
I don't know if we made out.
And kiss each other.
Yeah, come on, that could have been like a mwah.
Like a little...
Yeah, exactly. So I say, hey dude, I think we're better off as friends.
He's gonna punch you again.
Or kick me in the nuts.
Well, you kicked him in the nuts. You grabbed his crotch.
That's true.
And then kicked him in the nuts. Better off as friends. I can't believe you're putting him in the friend zone.
I'm a terrible human being, but I had to do it.
Hey, Mr. Big, I think we're better off as friends. Do you want to say it in your voice?
Hey, Mr. Big, I think we're better off as friends.
I like that little, like, you did, like...
Hey, Mr. Big, I think we're better off as friends.
You say, hey, Mr. Big, I think we're better off as friends. You turn to the audience and say, we have been friends forever! Let's make this permanent!
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're permanent.
And then you do a blood oath. Like, you know those... Like,
slice my hand open, he slices his, and with his pointer hands like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that's headcanon, that happens.
Do you want to try and put that in the AI?
Let's try it. Say, DJ Meat Kleaver and Mr. Big slice their hand open and shake hands.
Okay. So I say you slice your hand open. Yeah, you slice your hand open and shake hands with Mr. Big. Let's see how it goes.
It happens.
Good lord. You slice your hand open and shake hands with Mr. Big. You say, I'm DJ Meat Kleaver. Welcome to my party. You begin dancing with Mr. Big. The AI took it.
Oh, that's perfect.
AI, it's canon now.
Yeah.
You did a blood oath with Mr. Big
Yeah.
after you just made out with him.
And now we're bringing it full circle. I pass out in the hotel room upstairs.
You pass out in the hotel room upstairs. Wow, that's poetic.
That is, it's bringing it back full circle. Let's see what the AI says at this one.
The AI's not done. You pass out in the hotel room upstairs. You wake up in the morning and realize you have won $100,000. You celebrate by drinking all the alcohol you could find and getting high until you pass out again. Can we please end it?
We gotta end it right there.
God, that's the end of the quote-unquote movie.
Yeah. Like I was thinking I would wake up with negative $100,000 in my bank account. But that's a perfect ending right there.
Oh
That's a perfect
God,
ending.
that's fantastic. I think ending it like you pass out in the hotel room upstairs, and then like it starts with like you wake up and you hear a knock on the door,
Yeah.
and like it opens and there's Mr. Big again.
Yeah.
Like, because that just implies that everything that has transpired is just a normal day.
Happens every weekend.
every time there's a set.
Oh my god, that is. I'm happy me and Mr. Big ended on good terms. And I guess that does happen every single week where we just get into a huge fight and then come back.
Yeah.
Friend zone them every week.
Your hand is just riddled with scars from every single blood oath. Because you're so trashed from downing 5 drinks every time before a set, you just don't even realize that you've already done a blood oath.
That is so funny.
And I love the crowd is eating this up. They see everything and they're like, yeah, this is the best show I've ever been. Oh my god, your music must be so good.
Or so god awful, it's hilarious.
Oh god, that's so funny. We sabotaged Skrillex.
That's true. Poor Skrillex. I was just trying to show him my music.
I love it's just crap.p.s.o.l.a greater than sign m.e.t.
I was like, this is the point where the AI is like, nope, you're done.
Well, the AI was done when you entered the elevator.
Oh, and then I enter.
Yeah, the elevator doors open, and you step through, and you enter.
And then I enter.
You enter the VIP area. You enter the VIP area. You enter.
The AI made the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Good on the AI. I'm impressed.
Can I'm gonna try and share this to you.
Is there a way you can save that? Yeah.
I don't know. I think if I just like back out, it just saves it. Like it's because it is just like a continuous story. Like we could still like just add to it. We could even like do this in a later podcast and revisit the story of DJ Meat Kleaver.
DJ Meat Kleaver Part 2?
Yeah, DJ Meat Kleaver series of like he passes out again. You celebrate by drinking all the alcohol you can find and getting high until you pass out again. And we just continue from there.
Waking up to a knock from...
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. So you sent that to me. Let me open it in the app itself.
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
Oh, look at it. It's so crazy.
So could you, like add to it? Or like what can you do with it?
I cannot add to it. I can just read it.
Oh, okay.
You kick Mr. Big in the nuts.
This is fantastic. Good God.
That was really funny. Hey, dude, can we sacrifice your daughter?
Oh no.
What?
It didn't save the story. I pressed back to see what would happen, and it didn't save the story.
It's okay. The story lives on.
So, yeah, your text is the only thing left we have of DJ Meat Kleaver and Mr. Big.
Now I'm going to screenshot everything I can about this and save this.
Yeah, we need to like transcribe it and like save it in like one document.
This is. Let's see.
I could make another prompt.
Yeah.
So we start off with
the end
whatever
of the story.
the last whatever the last thing was. So it's not like gone, you know. But I can add like multiple prompts. So like, and it'll like randomly like rotate and like go through whatever one. so we don't know like what exact prompt it'll start with, you know?
That's cool. So like a randomly generated, like you can keep going.
Yeah, so like I can give it like you wake up after a long night of partying in a hotel, you hear a knock on the door, and then I give it like a second prompt and like you're in the middle of a set and it's not going so well, and then I'd make a third prompt of whatever and it'll just randomly give us one of those three prompts.
Okay.
Like that. But yeah, so that, but I have created the DJ class, so we can go back to that. I can make more classes if you want to play as like a different
Mr. Big class.
We'll do the story
From Mr.
exactly, yes, from Mr. Big's perspective.
That is so funny. The DJ class is kind of like the bard. Like I feel like in like a future like sci-fi game.
Yeah, like a modern
like a
bard. That would
we should
actually
do a
be
DJ.
super cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can I don't know, we could think of just like random jobs. Like like a garbage guy, like a garbage
The
truck
garbage
driver.
man class.
The garbage man class, and just like
Go with a crazy
like,
story.
he finds like weird stuff in trash cans and like takes them home or something. Like
Wait, that's actually a cool idea.
we could totally think of different classes and stuff. Oh my god, here it is.
The story.
I can continue the story. Yeah, so if I
okay.
go back to the main menu, yeah, it saves all of my characters. So like even like my personal one that I just like tried out, it saves all of them, so I can go back to all the stories and I can we can continue where we left off.
That's what I like to hear. So it doesn't exist just in my screenshots now.
Yeah, DJ Meat Kleaver is not lost forever.
Good.
And neither is Mr. Big.
Oh, I would actually be more upset if Mr. Big was lost than.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can continue the story of DJ Meat Kleaver and Mr. Big. The possibilities are endless with this, and that's exciting.
It's infinite.
Yeah.
And there's like pre-made stories too, right?
Yeah, so we can do I had just started an adventure. There's pirate, cleric, squire, rogue, knight, noble, peasant, ranger, wizard, orc, or there's one that's question mark, and the thing is you are an immortal necromancer.
Whoa.
So we could be a necromancer.
That was sick.
Or I can buy other people's classes, like if I spend like actual money. I could be a teenage student, a reaper, gunslinger, a teenage boy, princess, werewolf. Let's see, sci-fi. And we could do like different
kinds of stories and stuff.
Yeah, so there's fantasy, simple, romance, sci-fi, anime, weird, other, not safe for work.
There's a weird category.
Yeah, let's see what's in weird. Teenage student, zombie apocalypse, survivor, child, and it's just you are a female child.
What a weird class.
Legend, you are a hero who went into hiding.
I'm a legend.
Imposter, try not to get caught by the crew. So that's an Among Us story.
That's sick.
Interesting.
That's sick.
Pokemon trainer, fleshless knight, you are a soul in a suit of armor. Evil nurse, Shrek. You can play Shrek. We could be Shrek.
No, I want to be Donkey.
Shrek.
You be Shrek, I be Donkey.
We could just be homeless.
Oh,
You're
no,
a homeless
deal.
man in New York City.
Deal. That's
Done.
Most exciting one.
Artist. This one is literally a baby.
We gotta try some of these out one day.
This one is propane. You are a propane enthusiast.
What?
like Frank, Hank. Hank Hill.
From American Dad or whatever, the propane enthusiast.
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. What did I say?
Yeah.
American Hill?
American Dad.
What is
completely
American Dad?
different. American Dad is, I think, made by Seth MacFarlane.
Oh.
He also makes Family Guy, yeah.
Oh, King of the Hill. It's the one where it's like, it's just white trash parents.
Yeah. They're from Texas, and like, I like propane and propane accessories. Dang it, Bobby! Second son of God. You are the reject second son of God.
So Jesus is like doing all this stuff.
Jesus is like little brother.
Yeah. Oh, that is so funny.
Dead cook. You're like a chef that's a cook that's undead.
That's cool.
Let's see. Can o' beans. You are a can of beans.
That's really good.
Oh,
That's
God.
I would love to do a literal baby and a can of beans one day.
Car. Car go vroom vroom.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see. Undead peasant. Brick. Scoop, 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 scoop.
That sounds good. That sounds cool. That sounds really fun. Yeah, no, we'll definitely have to try a couple of these one day. Just like literally the weirdest ones, like literal baby or
Oh, you could be Mario.
yeah.
A chicken.
But
These are so weird. Let's see. Other. Okay. None of them are good.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean the possibilities are endless with that. We could even do a party mode, I think, where like you and me play with your friends, and I set a nickname, you set a nickname, and we make a story together, I assume.
Yeah.
Or we could take some of the viewers' prompts.
If they could go on the app and like write their own prompts and stuff.
Well, they can email us at askjawson@gmail.com. Askjawson@gmail.com. And if you have like classes that you want us to work with, any prompts that you want us to do and have the AI randomly generate, send that to us. That's
this email right here.
Ask Jawson.
I've always wanted to do that.
Ask Jawson at gmail.com. Yeah, for the listeners at home.
I'm a terrible host for the listeners. I love the listeners. The video watchers though get this little present here. I just point up here. Get the email right there. I'm gonna put the email at the bottom of the screen just to make myself look really stupid.
Get it over there.
Back over that way is the email.
Yeah, over to the left.
Yeah.
So yeah, totally. If you have any questions for us, this is called Ask Jawson. Ask us any questions. Again, askjawson@gmail.com. You can watch us on YouTube. Ask Jawson. You can watch like the video version of this. Listeners can catch us on iTunes. You can catch us on Spotify, SoundCloud. I always forget the other one. Tidal.
You got it.
Tidal. Got it. I always forget it.
Okay.
Listen to us at Tidal. I think that's all like the big podcast streams.
Yeah.
So we will see you around. Bye.